The Olympics just came to a close. There was a bunch of amazing stuff. Me and Crystal actually watched a lot of the Olympics. We liked watching a lot of the track and field, sprinting. We also liked watching the swimming. She was a Division I swimmer, and she was really, really, really good. And so it's always interesting hearing her talk about, what's going on with them and their minds, and tell me about the form and their practice and all this. She knows so much about it that watching it with her is very interesting because she could enlighten you on aspects of it that you never thought of. So we enjoyed that. We even like watching some of the weirder ones. What's that one called where they throw? It's almost looks like a heavy ball that they throw. Anyway, that was cool too. We watched a lot of it. The USA basketball final game. Oh my God. That was incredible. Unfortunately, we only caught the very end of it. The women won by 1 point. We saw that game. But just a lot of cool stuff. I love the Summer Olympics, and I wish it happened more often. Now, this is a story that's coming out. And this came out, maybe a week or so into the Olympics. But look at this. U.S. athletes are taking full advantage of free healthcare in Olympic Village. Women's rugby player Ariana Ramsey's videos showcasing her appointments have gone viral. And now many others are making good use of the medical services offered in Paris. So they go on to explain here, and of course they give specific examples. You have all these players on the U.S. team, and they're going in there and they're making appointments with, hey, I'm going to talk to the gynecologist, and I'm going to talk to the dermatologist, and I'm going to talk to the optometrist or whatever the fuck. They're like, let me just go and get everything checked now that I'm here. Why are they doing that? They're doing that because the United States is the only developed country in the world that doesn't have free universal health care. So, in other words, some of these people probably don't have insurance. If they were to try to go get anything done, even like basic blood work, right? It's going to run you $800. People don't have that kind of fucking money. They don't. And so they're like, shit, if it's free while I'm here, let me just go get everything taken care of when I'm here. How embarrassing is that? How sad is this? Imagine the way the athletes from the other countries are looking at Americans in that moment, right? Like, you poor sons of bitches. You have trillions of dollars for a bloated military budget, for endless wars. You have billions of dollars for corporate subsidies and tax cuts for the rich. But you don't have the money to make sure everybody can get health care. I would be embarrassed as an American there with people from all these other countries that have universal health care looking at us like, you poor schlubs, man. Jesus Christ, your country doesn't give a flying fuck about you, apparently. So, look, I get it. I understand why they did it. I'm happy that they did it, but it really goes to highlight a massive, massive problem in our country. Only developed country without universal health care. Only one. So, but then I was also thinking okay, well, how much do these Olympians get paid? Guys, they get paid dick. They get paid dick. Listen to this. The Olympics makes $7.6 billion. $7.6 billion. What do the athletes get paid? To the extent they get paid anything at all, it is the governments from said country cutting some checks here and there, right? And guess what? The U.S. is close to the bottom of the list in terms of paying our athletes. If you win a gold in the U.S., for the U.S. in the Olympics, you get, I think the number is $37,000. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to become an Olympic athlete? How many hours and years of training it takes? The high degree of skill you need to attain to become that good at fucking anything? $37,000 if you win a gold. So, guys, I need you to see it. Look at this. So I'm going to walk you through. This is what you get paid. $7.6 billion the Olympics makes. None of that fucking money actually goes to the athletes. Okay? But the different countries, they'll cut you like a tiny check if you win. So in Australia, for gold, you get $20,000. Austria, $18,000. Azerbaijan, $235,000. What you'll actually find here on this list is that a lot of the smaller countries that don't have many gold medalists or don't have many medalists, period, they're the ones who actually pay the most. Belgium's about $54,000, Brazil about $49,000, Bulgaria $99,000, Canada $16,000, Denmark $15,000. Ecuador pays $150,000. Estonia, $117,000. Let's find some of the outliers here. The country of Georgia, $318,000. Great Britain pays $0, but apparently they have an annual stipend of $36,000 to each athlete, so that everybody gets a little something. Greece, you make $100,000 if you win the gold. Hong Kong almost gives $800,000 if you win a gold. Hungary, $150,000. Indonesia, $346,000. Iran gives $295,000. Israel, $263,000. Italy, $213,000. And again, the U.S. is all the way down at $37,000. So, by the way, like, what are we doing here? You got these people busting their ass to be the best in the world at some weird, obscure sport, and the Olympics make $7.6 billion, but they don't pay them shit. This is a fucking scam. This is a scam. And you have massive variation from country to country at who pays what, and we pay next to fucking nothing. This is a joke, man. This is a joke. And then you read that, you know, how many millions of dollars Snoop Dogg is making because he decided to do some fucking skits with Martha Stewart at the Olympics. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Our priorities are so fucking out of whack. So, they need to, I mean, the Olympics, it's sort of like the way it used to work with the NCAA. Remember how it's just like, oh, we don't pay them anything, but we generate billions of dollars off them. Fuck you, pay them, right? And the rules have changed a little bit recently with the NCAA, but I feel a similar way about the Olympics. It's like, this is just a scam. You're just like generating all this revenue based off what these athletes do, and they're not getting shit. Like, what are we doing? And finally, to just go back to the original point here, about the U.S. athletes taking full advantage of the free healthcare. Let's remember, guys, previous estimates suggested that Medicare for All would save $2 trillion, but it's even better. A new study finds that Bernie Sanders' bill would save $5.1 trillion over the course of a decade. And it was from a study from the University of Massachusetts Amherst. In other words, if you get rid of the rapacious, unnecessary, for-profit middleman, the mafia middleman that shakes you down, turns out you save money. So everybody gets coverage, and the coverage is great quality, and you get rid of the middleman, and you save $5.1 trillion over a decade. And let's not forget, the way it works right now, you guys know this, Commonwealth Fund study comes out every few years. Despite having the most expensive healthcare system, the United States ranks last overall compared with 6 other industrialized countries: Australia, Canada, Germany, the Netherlands, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom, on measures of quality, efficiency, access to care, equity, and the ability to lead long, healthy, and productive lives. We finished last, and they all finished ahead of us. So, what a terrible story. We got to fix our fucking healthcare system, man. It's beyond time. This has gone on for far too long. All right, guys, that's the show. I love you all very much. Everybody, like I always say, do me a big favor, subscribe to the channel, hook your boy up, trying to get that 10 million plaque behind us. Thank you to everybody who supports this show on Patreon. And as always, I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.